Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I would like to begin this lesson off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachak Warash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Shaquat from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. Back here with another lesson. Lord willing, is edifying to the hopeful elect. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Barakatham, to you sincere Akyam Walkwathim, and a sincere Shalom to you brothers that are out here pushing this truth out in the highways and the byways and through the YouTube blessings, man. Shalom to you all. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the elect. All right, so the bitch is falling, man. This bitch is falling, and the bitch that I'm talking about is America, Babylon the Great. This whore is falling. This horror is falling, man. All right, and we know Babylon the Great is talking about Edom, so in resemblance to Babylon the Great, we know it's not talking about ancient Neo-Babylon. When the scriptures in Revelation and Jeremiah, etc., speak to concerning Babylon the Great, it's not talking about ancient Babylon. A lot of people try to, knock it and be like, no, it's ancient Babylon, it's Neo-Babylon. Nah, nigga, because the Edomites didn't rule Neo-Babylon, nigga. So that's how we know it's not talking about ancient Babylon. We know it's talking about a new thing, which is Babylon the Great, that great city. And let's get a precept to back that real quick. I don't remember exactly where it said. I know it's in the book of Psalms. So just bear with me. I'm going to just type it out. I know it's in Psalms. I just don't remember where. It's in the hundreds. You do Edom. And then see if I can find that mug. I know what to type. Yeah, this it. Yeah, this it right here. So you can read this whole chapter. But we'll start at verse 7, Psalm 137:7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. What that mean? In the day when the Lord rises to the prey. Who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. So this devil was talking about raise it. Just destroy these heathen. Destroy these Israelites. Cut them off from being a nation. Fuck them, right? O daughter of Babylon. What? So Edom was doing this. And then it goes on to say, O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee, as thou hast served us, O daughter of Babylon. You can't make this shit up. It's lucky. You can't make this shit up, man. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. So you can't make this shit up, man. Edom in accordance to Babylon the Great. There you go. The daughter of Babylon. The daughter of Babylon. If it's Neo-Babylon, why is it called the daughter of Babylon? Showing you it's not talking about Neo-Babylon. It's a different one that will come after. When you have a daughter or a son of something, that's someone who came after the orator or the originator. Salaki, the originator. All right? So there you go. So this is how we know it's not talking about Neo-Babylon. The Neo-Babylonians was run by the goddamn, what them niggas' names is, the Ishmaelites. It was run by the Ishmaelites. All right, so I like to say fair use. The video will be conducted and operated under the Fair Use Copyrights Act of 1976. All public information used here will be used for the purpose of education, teaching, and news reporting and criticism. This video will not be monetized as a non-profit video. And one more precept just before we get into that. Let's go to this Revelation 18:1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils. How? Through what? When this bitch get nuked. Read Isaiah the 34th chapter. And it says, and has become the habitation of devils, which is a desert creature, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird, which is once again going into when this bitch is turned into ashes, which basically saying a desert. All right, when this bitch get completely obliterated by the nuclear missiles. All right. Now let's stop there. Point is, this bitch is falling. That's all I want to get. The hoe falling. The hoe is falling. So let's get some of these videos. Let's get this first. All right.
I don't.
Let me put it in this. Go.
Like how Gen Z gets.
I'm
Don't like how Gen Z is penalized.
Goddamn, bitch. I'm gonna speed this one up because it's long.
For not like assimilating into like outdated ways in the office. I don't want to be your fucking friend at work. No, I will not overwork myself, or like I will not work extra hours. I will not work overtime. I will not kiss your ass. I will not fucking suck your dick and do all this extra stuff just to advance in the company because it doesn't fucking matter. Like, we're underpaid and overworked and we can't work one job. Like, almost none of my friends have one job. I have had my
Almost none of her friends have one job. Underpaid and overworked, indeed. And almost all of her friends, and she looks like she around my age. Almost all her, well, she a little older than me actually, from what the information she stated in this video. But still, she not far from my age. And she said all her friends are working multiple jobs. That's crazy work. And not because they want to or want more money or want to save up for this trip. No, because they need to.
master's degree since I was 23, and I have not been able to work one job. I have.
With a master's degrees, and we told y'all that shit don't fucking matter. That shit don't matter. A lot of you women, how y'all base your value? I got a master's, I got a PhD, I got a bachelor's. Listen, bitch, none of that shit gonna matter when shit hit the fan. You're not gonna be walking around Jacob's Trouble talking about, I know you fucking lying, I got a PhD. You ain't finna be doing that shit. Shit don't matter. We've been saying that.
Always had to have at least two. Like, I struggle to advocate for myself and like still like stay employed while also like working at a salary that I know I'm worth. And it's upsetting. So it's like I'll come in and they'll lowball the fuck out of me. I'll get the job and it's like, all right, whatever. I'm going to give you, if you want to give me $10,000 less than I know I should be paid for my education and my work experience. I have a master's degree and 8 years of work experience in my field. Why are you offering me a $50,000 salary? Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking dumb? Like, don't piss me off. So I don't understand why they get confused when I come to work and I do my job. I do my job just well enough to keep it. Just well enough to keep it. I do not go above and beyond a certain degree. There are some things that is like I'll help somebody else with something, or like I said, I know that I'm good at what I do. There's plenty of people in the office that do just as good as they can just to get by. But when you're young, I don't know what the fuck they expect you to like do like a blood sacrifice for your goddamn job for. I'm not doing that shit. You don't pay me like a wage that I'm deserving of. You don't respect me as a person. I don't get PTO. I accrue 1 day of PTO, less than 1 day a month. Shitty benefits, and you piss me off. And you have the nerve to piss me off and be disrespectful. Like, I just don't understand what they expect from Gen Z people. Like, if I could work 40 hours a week at one job and make enough to comfortably live my life, if I save responsibly, I can go on a vacation. If I save within reason, I can, afford nicer things, or maybe like treat myself to something nice every now and then. That would be enough for me. If I,
Yeah, and that's how it was supposed to be. That was the American dream, right? But the American dream is over with. When are you people gonna realize that? When are y'all gonna realize the American dream is over with? And quite frankly, it's been over with. All right? And that's all Jake want, because I'm sure she's an Israelite. That's all Jake want is to damn be complacent. As long as they're making enough money to spend a little bit on themselves, like she literally said this, mind you, then it's all good. As long as she got making enough money to live comfortably, pay her bills, then it's all good. As long as she got enough money to possibly even save up for vacation, do something nice for herself, like she was saying, it's all good. But don't nobody say nothing about the Lord, like nothing about these people. The Lord is like nowhere on their mind at all. This is why this bitch gotta be destroyed. As long as Jake getting, living comfortably, they doing what they're, they able to do to an extent what they want to do, then they chilling. But now because people ain't able to pay bills, they ain't able to get their next meal, etc. They're not able to do nice things for themselves. Now everybody's complaining. Nobody's complaining that the devil is in rulership, but everybody's complaining now because the devil is doing what the devil does. Dumbasses, man. That's why it says in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, for victuals shall be so cheap, because victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth. Victuals is talking about your necessities. So your food, your cost of living, right? Rent, etc. Right? You know, you can even put that into your hours at work. You don't need to work many hours. So, hey, that's a necessity. You need to work to pay to survive, right? By the sweat of thy brow, thou shalt earn thy daily bread. That's Genesis, the 3rd chapter. That's a curse. So you have to work to get by, right? So that's a part of the necessities. But now you have to overwork. You have to work overtime. You have to take another job, right? Work 2 or 3 jobs a week. Now you also have to your bills cost too much. Your groceries cost too much. Everything costs too damn much. There's always unexpected expenses coming up. And then people are at work being bitches. So now the victuals aren't so good cheap upon earth. Not everything is at ease no more. Everything is not easily accessible anymore. You can't just, whistle on by. Now you got to scrape by, scratch and claw and scrape by, barely. That's where you're at now. That's now where you're at. So, but nobody was thinking about turning back to the Lord. And in that same chapter, 2 Ezra 16, the Lord said, I sent these scourges for amendment. So the Lord is sending these, these plagues, because this is essentially a plague. He's sending these to warn you to turn back to him. But yet Jake's still out this bitch. But nobody think to turn back to the Lord. Nobody think the Lord is about to bring a great calamity upon this bitch. It shows you the mindset of these people. They're through. They're stupid, which is why Revelation 11:8 said, the dead bodies shall lie in the great city spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, wherein our Lord was crucified. The dead bodies mean spiritually dead Israelites. These people are just a bunch of dead asses. They're a bunch of dead people. All right?
I have an injury that I have needed to get looked at for like almost a month and a half now, and because my benefits are so shitty, it's healed at this point. It is completely healed, and I just have.
Hey, look, they can't even afford to get an injury looked at.
Like, thank God it wasn't a break, or assuming it's not a sprain or tear or anything. But I'm like, why do I got a $4,000 goddamn deductible? Like, and you think I'm gonna come to work and bust my ass for you, and I can't go to the doctors, I can't go to the dentist, I can't go on vacation. I got penalized for taking a mental health day because I didn't have the PTO for it. Okay, so I'm just gonna come in and shoot everyone. I'm just gonna shoot up the whole building, put a pipe bomb in the toilet. Like, what do you fucking want from people? And then you wonder why.
Hey, we're not inciting violence over here on this channel, okay? We're not inciting no violence. You know how Esau get down. I don't want you to play this video, bark it, take it down. Don't do that, all right? Well, I'm not inciting any violence. This is Jamari Lehoku's words, not mine, all right?
I come and I do the bare fucking minimum. Stop it. Stop asking people to come to work and overextend themselves when you do not pour into them. I feel like the idea that you could come to work and put your energy and effort into work and then you will reap benefits for it. If I reap benefits for it, I would do it. But I don't. Y'all drive me fucking crazy. I just left the job. I've been at my current job for 3 months. I just left my last job because I was working like 12 to 16 hour days during our busy season. I was getting UTIs. I was not eating. I was not sleeping. I was like, it was ridiculous. Like, I'm logging off at 12 a.m. and then my commute was like an hour and a half with traffic. So I was like, I just had no free time. Like, my friends weren't seeing me. I had no social life outside of work. It was so fucking draining, physically, mentally. So I left and I got a new job, and it's no fucking better. It's no better. So how are you going to expect people to like stick with companies and be like, oh, if you dedicate X, Y, and Z to us in the future, it will benefit you? I'm going to die. I'm going to die if I keep up at this fucking rate. Stop.
And that's kind of the point. That's what these people don't understand. That's the point. Esau wants you to die. He wants to overstimulate you and stress you out to the point of death, because stress kills. It does. High cholesterol kills. Or cholesterol. Salakia. High cortisol levels. Forgive me. And this is not medical information. This is not medical information at all. Please don't, this is not medical information. All right. I'm just yapping. All right. But, those high levels of what I was saying, it would kill you. So, yeah, that's kind of Esau's MO. He wants to kill you. Because the nigga is just the death. He's death. Then he calls us black, but he's the real black. He's the real nigger. He's the real death, the figure of death, because that's what black represents, death. It really means a void of light. But if there is no light, then there is no life. It's dead. So that's what this nigga represents, death. All right? So yeah, that's kind of the point, what Esau wants. When are y'all niggas gonna wake up that this nigga is the devil? He's the fucking devil.
And I know everybody's broken, the economy's bad, but like you cannot keep doing this to people. There has to be a better way, bro.
Well, there is. The NWO. Just put an RFID chip inside of everybody. That's the way that this place is going. Revelation 13. Just put an RFID chip inside of everybody. That's how it's going to get better. Dumbasses. They're bringing the chaos right now, and it's slowly building up. And pretty soon, that's when they're going to implement the order out of that bitch, was the MOTB, was the RFID chip, no matter what the fuck none of these other camps say. Fuck all these other camps. Don't give a fuck what these niggas say. Because when this shit happens, y'all niggas ain't gonna have, y'all niggas gonna be getting jumped by your congregation, whatever the fuck. Y'all niggas ain't gonna have shit to say. You either gonna have to bow that fuck down and say GMS was right, or your ass just gonna be through, nigga. Y'all just gonna be through, nigga. Y'all niggas don't give a fuck about the flock, and that shit pisses me off, man. Y'all niggas don't give a shit about the flock. Because if you did, you'll preach the right thing. Y'all niggas know the mark of the beast ain't no motherfucking sex with a white bitch. Y'all niggas know that shit ain't got nothing to do with embargo, nigga. You know that. You know the mark of the beast is not sin. You know it's a sin to take it, but you know the shit is not sin. Nigga, I probably sinned today. But probably, Salakia. I definitely sinned today. I may not know what I did yet. Matter of fact, right now, I can say how I sinned right now. I'm wearing mixed fabric, nigga. I'm wearing mixed fabric right now today. Do I have the mark of the beast? No. So what the fuck are you niggas talking about? What are you talking about? It's gonna be the Sabbath tonight at sundown. You know what I gotta do tomorrow? Get the fuck up, work out, and go to work. I have to start the car and go to work and work. Nigga, do I have the mark of the beast for breaking the Sabbath? The fuck are you niggas talking about, man? That's why the Lord gonna kill you niggas, man. Leading the flock astray. You niggas need to die.
I got my lease renewal today sent to my email.
Make sure my stuff's still going okay.
And the numbers that were presented to me made my jaw fall to the ground. And not many things make my jaw fall to the ground quite like this. I live in Channelside, I live in Tampa. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. So if I want to sign another 12-month long lease, which is the lease term I'm currently on, they are going to raise my rent over $1,000. Now this is where I want to make sure everyone's sitting down for this number. If I want to go month to month, the rent will be $11,438. One more time, $11,438 USD. One more time, just like so you can like really like $11,438. I don't even know how that number is calculated. It's almost like they pulled it right out of their ass. I got my lease renewal today sent to my email, and the numbers that were presented to me made my jaw fall to the ground. And not many things make my jaw fall to the ground quite like this. I live in Channelside, I live in Tampa. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. So if I want to sign another 12-month long lease, which is the lease term I'm currently on, they are going to raise my rent over $1,000. Now this is where I want to make sure everyone's sitting down for this number. If I want to go month to month, the rent will be $11,438.
I didn't even realize I was playing this twice. I'm sorry. I thought it was still playing the first go around. My apologies, Salakia. But as you see, she was renewing her lease for an apartment, and so to renew a 12-month lease for her, it would have been a $1,000 increase. Nigga, that shit is diabolical. That shit should not happen. That shit should never happen. It should never go up that much. It shouldn't go up at all in this goddamn economy. But that is crazy. That's crazy. Like I said, Esau wants y'all to die. He wants y'all to bug out and go crazy so this system can officially crash and he can put this new world order into play. That's just all a part of this nigga's plan. It's really all a part of the Lord's plan. All right, to take Esau the fuck down. All right. Also, if she were to pay month to month instead, she would be paying 11 bands a month. Nigga, what? What? For probably for some bullshit. Some measly ass shit. But this place is insane, man. Alright? Place is diabolical. I ain't never heard that, man. Ever. So yeah, man, that shit is diabolical, bro. There's people out there not making 11K, me included, in 3 months. People out there not making 11K in 3 months, me included. Like, this shit is crazy. But 11K a month, nigga, y'all niggas insane, man. So that's one other video, man, and I got a few precepts coming to mind right now. But we gonna see if we can play a few more. These some old ones right here I want to play just to get them out the way.
I give us a year. A roast for Memorial. I give us a year. Nobody's gonna be able to afford anything. $50.
And nigga, we don't need a year. Nobody can afford anything now. Nobody can afford anything now, nigga, and that's the point. That's the point. The Lord's sending these scourges for amendment, really for our people, because fuck the heathens, but they still got to know their judgment. They still got to hear their judgment, right? But this is done on purpose.
No joke, dude. We wanted roast for Memorial Day, so I got a roast, 1 onion, 2 cans of potatoes, 2 cans of carrots, and 1 can of corn. $47. $47 for 5 cans of vegetables, a roast, and 1 onion.
Yeah, nigga, I went to damn Sam's. I don't even think I got 10 items, my nigga. And that shit was fucking $50-something. Yeah, this shit get like that, bro. You go to Walmart, get 7 items, and that motherfucker damn near $80. Yeah, it get like that.
How are we gonna survive this? And you can come on my content and say, oh, well, that's actually a decent price. Whatever, dude. No way. I got 6 things at the grocery store. They didn't fill up 2 bags. And the roast? Look at this crap. Look at the size of this roast. It's 1.8 pounds. $35. We're not surviving this. Until those people in Washington start getting new neckties, we're cooked. I give us a year.
No, well, let's correct that. Nigga, y'all are cooked. We got the Lord. Yo ass cooked. And yeah, we may not know if we are the elect until the end, but we have that faith and hope that we expect the Lord to come through on our behalf. So, nigga, y'all niggas cooked, nigga. We ain't cooked, nigga. You cooked. You cooked, bitch, nigga. And we going through the same financial hardship y'all niggas going through. But the Lord going to deliver us from it, man. Watch. The Lord is going to deliver us. He going to deliver us from this shit. Because he said it. In Isaiah 59:19, he said, when this devil comes in like a flood, he going to lift up a standard against this nigga. So we going to get delivered from this shit, man. You niggas, on the other hand, are fucked. We going to get delivered from this shit. We ain't cooked, nigga. You cooked. Let's change that shit, nigga. I don't speak French, bitch ass nigga. You're cooked. All right? When you go to the book of Isaiah 65 and start at 13, you can really start above that. The Lord said he gonna feed us. He gonna give us drink. He gonna clothe us. He gonna give us shelter. He gonna have us rejoicing. He gonna have us singing aloud for joy. While y'all niggas are getting the exact opposite treatment. So, nigga, you're cooked. You're gonna be cooked. We ain't cooked, nigga. You cooked. The Lord said he gonna deliver us in the book of Job, the 5th chapter. He said he gonna deliver us. So, nigga, you're cooked. We could go on and on about the Lord delivering us. You can go to Luke, the 1st chapter. The Lord said he gonna save us from our enemy. You're cooked, nigga, not us. You are cooked. I could go on and on and on precepts of the Lord saving us. Revelation 3 and 10. Revelation 2 and 10. I could keep going. Y'all niggas are cooked, not us. All right? We have a hope in the Lord that he's going to save us from this shit. A fervent hope. All right? So, what was I going to say? Salakia. Yeah, that's. I was going to say something else, but I forgot. But y'all niggas cook.
I just watched the TikTok.
How long is this video? Oh, hell no.
One forefathers have also burned their city. Bumfuck town. It's gonna cost.
We'll say that for another lesson.
Hey! It's about life in America right now. Number one, the younger generation.
Hey! So I work in the operating room, and I just worked a 12-hour shift in the operating room, and I cannot afford my rent. I can't afford my rent. I can't afford gas. I can't afford groceries. I can't afford any of my endless other bills that I am responsible for because I am an adult.
I'm gonna follow this person. Get some good information from here. People complaining.
After working a 12-hour shift in the operating room. So you know what I have to do? I have to DoorDash, and it's 12:30 at night. After I've been on my feet in the operating room for 12 hours all day. I'm now out DoorDash driving.
There are some concerning realities about life in America right now. Number one, the younger generations, they are feeling more hopeless about homeownership and retirement. Corporate greed and rising costs have people feeling trapped financially. And for the first time in a long time, parents generally worry that their children are going to struggle more than they did. For many years, people believed that in this country, if you did all the right things, that you could make a life for yourself and a future for yourself. And that hope, that dream is disappearing for so many people right now because they're seeing that even though they're doing everything they need to do, that's becoming more and more out of reach.
In case you were curious what the housing market is like right now, my husband and I found a house that we absolutely love, kind of a dream for us, on Thursday. We went and looked at it on Thursday. Put in an offer 10 grand over asking on Thursday. They had multiple offers already on Thursday. They decided, because they knew a bunch of people were going to be interested, to wait until Sunday, today, to do best and final offer, which means we had to put in our absolute best and final offer. We went up to 30 grand over asking, and we offered a $20,000 appraisal gap, which is if the house gets appraised for less than what you offered, you have to cover that gap with cash at the closing table. So we offered that. We also, in our offer, said that we're going to do inspections, but we're not going to ask them for any concessions or repairs. So if anything came back bad, they didn't have to fix it. Also, 3-week close. We didn't even stand a chance. We lost. They had 9 offers. 9 offers. Somebody offered, I think, 40 or 50 grand over asking with a full appraisal gap, which means 40 or 50 grand. Like, I just actually want to die because now I'm depressed, and it was my dream house. And now someone else gets to have my dream house because I'm too poor. I love my life.
What's the cost of a one-bedroom where you live? Because if you're like the residents of Atlanta, Georgia, it's becoming increasingly unaffordable. I made a previous video about this where the average rent in Atlanta is $963. I should have clarified that's per person. And so when you take 2 people needing to have roommates now, the age group of 45 to 64 is increasing at a rapid rate over the last 20 years. They're basically bringing to the table about $810 on average. That buys them a 1-bedroom apartment for $1,600 for 2 people. So if you're like the people of Atlanta, it is becoming absolutely unaffordable, unobtainable to even rent, let alone dreaming about buying a house.
I need to know the secret. Where y'all getting that money from? Because there's no way. There's no way that everybody's out here struggling, yet everybody has money. Okay, I'm seeing stuff, people out here flaunting what they got, summertime goals, going on vacations, all that.
Where y'all getting this bread from? And don't tell me it's a credit card, because I don't believe that. Somebody give me the real source of where y'all getting this money from.
15-ish years ago, I was able to afford a one.
Hey! So I work in the
So yeah, these niggas going through it, and this is from almost 2 months ago today, almost. You know, so late on this, but I was like, let me get it out the way, let me play it so you all can see it before getting rid of it. But yeah, these Americans, they pretty much going through it right about the fuck now. You know, everybody feeling that hardship. All right, everybody feeling that hardship right about now. So as we said, and as you see, it's just a bunch of people complaining. You know, it's just a bunch of people complaining. All right, let me see this.
So are people gonna wake the fuck up or no different than any other president? Is that what we're gonna do? He literally just summoned generals, the top leaders of the military, generals, admirals, all the top guys, summoned them, told them to leave their posts and come to Virginia so that he could talk to them. He and his Secretary of War, a fucking drunken Fox News host. And in his little fucking speech to the generals, this demented old buffoon, Donald Trump, literally told the leaders of the military that he wants them to use American cities as training grounds for the military.
All right, we'll save this. I ain't gonna get into this today. We'll say that's a lesson for another day, so we could go straight into martial law on that. We'll say that one. All right, I know he's gonna say that. We'll come back to that. So, point is, let's hit a few clips and we're gonna end this lesson off. All right, we're gonna say that one. Yeah, I see why I say that lesson. I like talking about martial law. It's Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. The wicked are bearing rule, and therefore the people are mourning. When we in rulership, ain't no nigga gonna complain. Even when they getting their ass whooped in hardcore bondage, a fuck nigga ain't gonna complain, man. A heathen ain't gonna complain. But everybody's complaining right now. Everybody's tired. They're through. All right, they're stressed, they're overstimulated. Everybody's going through the ringer right about now. So it should show you who's in authority, who's in rulership today. It's not the righteous, even though they claim to be the righteous, those small hats that are over in the land right now. But clearly they aren't, because everybody's fucking struggling and everybody's complaining. So clearly the righteous are not in authority. That would mean the wicked are, which we know through the Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And it's kind of a rhetorical question. You know, Job was kind of being funny, you know, when he said that, like, where and who is he then? Nigga, we know where. It's Esau. You know, but Job, like I said, Job was being funny. You know? So, yeah, man. This place is going through it. Let's get that Haggai. I always got to bring out that Haggai. Haggai 1:6. Matter of fact, I wonder what it say in another translation. Never did see that. Yep. We read that in the NLT, Haggai 1:6. You have planted much, but harvest little. You eat, but are not satisfied. So yeah, they go. You niggas going to work. They going to work real hard too. But yet, you're not gaining anything from it. It's like the first video that played. The shorty was like, we overworked and underpaid. We underpaid and overworked. So there you go. It's right here in the precepts. It says you eat but are not satisfied. So you eating, but you really ain't getting enough food. Or the food just ain't fucking quality. This food here is not quality food. So you may be getting the right amount of food, but the shit ain't quality. So your body's still feeling that, right? You drink but are still thirsty because, yeah, you're drinking enough water. You think drinking a gallon of water, half a gallon, whatever, with lemon juice, blah, 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 salt, your ass still through. Your ass still dehydrated and through because the water is just filled with a bunch of chemicals. We're just through out this bitch. The Lord said in the book of Matthew, we would drink poison and still live. All right, we were told in the book of Ezekiel, all right, that we will eat defiled bread amongst the Gentiles in the last days. So it says, you put on clothes but cannot keep warm. Your wages disappear as though you were putting them. So you're going to make money and then it just disappears. When you get that check, it disappears as you were putting them in the bag, putting them in pockets filled with holes. So here it is, you get your paycheck and all of a sudden it's gone. Where to? All these damn expensive ass expenses. All right, that's where it's going to. I work in a call center right now. You know, I'm not gonna say where, but pretty much I work in. I'm not gonna get into the details, but you could say collections. I'm not gonna say which one, but collections. All right, where you're collecting on payments for vehicles, and literally, I get so many calls of people being behind, and it really just most of the times it be because a nigga can't afford it, man. And these payments be out the roof. I'm talking about 500 plus 600, 700. I see 900 and 1,000 plus regularly for monthly payments on the car. And these people can't afford that shit. You could barely afford a $300 car note. So people are just going through the ringer financially. You'd be like, what's the reason for the delay? Financial hardship. I bet. All I can say to them is I understand. I already know. That's all I can say. So everybody going through it, man. Everybody in this bitch going through it. It's like you get money and that bitch gone. Just like that. Right? And it says, this is what the Lord of Heaven's army says. Look at what's happening to you. All right, now that's it. We're going to stop there. All right, so yeah, this place is done. This shit over with, man. This shit over with. And we told you inflation was going to come because what? Nigga, that's prophecy. That's prophecy. All right, let's get that in the NLT too. Or we'll see what they say in the Amplified. Let's get this in the Amplified. Damn, I wish this phone stopped fucking playing. Oh my goodness. There. This is Revelation 6 and verse 6 in the Amplified. And I heard something like a voice in the midst of the four living creatures saying, a quart of wheat for a denarius, a day's wage. So that's a day's wage. All right. When they say a penny on the left, it's talking about a day's wage. All right. So typically a day's wage for an average American today is what? $120. That shit ain't nothing, bro. That's nothing. And that's what? That's say you make $12 an hour working 10 hours a day, or say, let's see. Let me do the math on that real quick. This phone that's low, bro. No, I don't want the iPhone fucking 30, nigga. Shit. You see it, right? I don't want the fucking iPhone 30. I'm being facetious, but that's what they do. I got time. This is a 15. This shit should be operating perfectly fine. I only had the motherfucker for a year and a half. The fuck is wrong with it? Anyway, I'm talking about the phone brand new too. The fuck? Had it for a year and a half. Got it brand new. Anyway, 120 divided by 8. So let's say you make $15 an hour, because the average income for an American is about 120 to 150. All right. So that shit going to eventually cost, a quart of wheat. Pretty much, it's just saying it ain't going to be enough, nigga. How about that? And 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, for a day's wage again. And do not damage the oil and the wine. All right, so this shit going to get so bad. This is going into what? Hyperinflation. That's going into hyperinflation. We told you things are going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. And worse and worse and worse again. And worse. All right, this place is over with, man. And we're telling you the only way to fix this, or the only way to save yourself from this, it ain't no fixing this shit. Only way to, because hey, read Jeremiah 51, it says this bitch is not going to be healed. So ain't no fixing this shit. Nor do the fuck we want to, because we trying to get our kingdom. Fuck this nigga kingdom. We want our kingdom. The only way to save yourself from this is turning back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And how do you do that? Start calling on those names, start believing in those names, and come listen to the prophets. Come listen to the true prophets. All right? That's it. That's how you do that. And you just keep the faith and do what the Lord told you to do. But anyway, niggas are struggling. We already knew it. I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Wow. In the prison. There we go. Until next time, Abba Ball, Kwame Asharala Gadol, Abadium, Lababal, Hagadol, Yahweh Mahar, Wahabathum. And until next time, I would like to say unto you all, Shalom, Shabbat.